Buckler, dog. Yo, the whole of that shell out, dog.
State of identification represent where you come from and just kick back and listen to the news. How me say that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty. Give thanks to life and the gathering. Big up everybody we're over here. Yeah, everybody. This is Ground News.
Welcome back to Ground TV. 2 gunmen killed by police during confrontation in Portmore, St. Catherine. The police are reporting that 2 would-be killers were shot dead in Portmore, St. Catherine this afternoon. 2 illegal firearms were reportedly seized following the incident, which unfolded about 1:30 p.m. on Caymanas Drive in the area. In a statement a short while ago, the Constabularies Corporation Communications Unit (CCU) said the police officers intercepted a silver Nissan Wing Road motor car with 3 men on board after receiving information that the men were on the way to commit a murder in the St. Catherine South area. The men reportedly challenged the police. 2 of them were fatally shot, the 3rd one escaped in the area. CCU said a major investigation is currently underway as the police close in on the 3rd suspect. Police seized firearm in Kingston 11. The police today seized a firearm and several rounds of ammunition along Olympic Way, Kingston 11. The police said that about 7:30 a.m., acting on intelligence, lawmen searched several premises when a Glock 17 pistol along with 17 9mm rounds of ammunition were found under a sheet of zinc in a yard. No one was arrested in connection to the seizure, the police said. Quartz Ready Cash outlet in Westmoreland robbed by armed men. The Westmoreland police say they are on the trail of 3 armed men who pulled off a daring daylight robbery at a Quartz Ready Cash outlet located along Non-Peril Road in Negril on Tuesday. Reports are that shortly after 1:30 p.m., 2 men posing as customers entered the establishment and asked about how they go about receiving money from overseas. The men then reportedly brandished handguns and held up the security guard, the manager, and 2 female employees. They were then joined by a 3rd gunman who acts as a lookout on the outside of the establishment. Persons inside the financial institution were robbed of cell phones and other valuables. An undetermined sum of cash was also robbed from cashiers. The gunmen then reportedly removed the surveillance camera system before escaping on motorbikes. Investigators revealed that this is the first major robbery to take place in the parish since the start of the year. The police are probing a deadly attack in the community of Simon in Content, St. Catherine on Tuesday night. A woman was killed in her house, set ablaze. She has been identified as 53-year-old Lorraine Foster. Shortly after 8 o'clock, Miss Foster was home with her children when armed thugs entered. The family member was tied up and removed from the house. Miss Foster was shot inside the house, which was then set on fire. Her family was not harmed. The Manchester police have arrested and charged 31-year-old Gvns Smith, otherwise called Zungo, of Plowden District in Manchester, with shooting with intent and illegal possession of firearm and ammunition following an incident in Buckup District in the parish on Monday, January 11. Police reports are that about 7:40 a.m., the complainant and Smith got into an argument during which the accused allegedly pointed a firearm at the complainant and fired 2 shots in his direction. The complainant managed to escape unarmed and report the incident to the police. Smith was later arrested and subsequently charged. A suspect has been nabbed in the murder of 2 men in St. James earlier this month. The accused 24-year-old Dwight Thorpe of Spring Mountain, St. James, was yesterday charged with 2 counts of murder and 3 counts of wounding with intent. The deceased are 24-year-old Kenroy Sinclair, otherwise called Ken, a security guard, and a 44-year-old Dean Reed, a farmer of both Dam Road, Johns Hall in the parish. Cobb's son among 2 murdered in Johns Hall. Reports from the Barrett Street Police are that about 1:50 p.m. on Sunday, January 3rd, 5 men were on Dam Road, Johns Hall in the parish, playing dominoes when they were pounced upon by 2 armed men who opened gunfire at them. The police said the group of men ran, and after the shooting subsided, it was discovered that all 5 men were shot. The men were taken to hospital where Sinclair and Reed were pronounced dead and the other 3 were treated. Thorpe was arrested on Friday, January 8th and subsequently charged after an identification parade in the presence of his lawyer. Police have arrested and charged 2 men with 2 counts of murder following the shooting death of 33-year-old Dane Walters, a mechanic of Hendon, Norwood, and 48-year-old Rodwick Atkins, a construction worker of Hollywood, both in St. James. Charged are 19-year-old Sheldon Bailey, otherwise called Lucky, of Beverly Hills, Norwood, and 28-year-old Revondus Sutherland of Dallas, Glendever, both in St. James. Reports from the Barrett Street Police are that about 1:25 p.m. on Friday, April 10, 2020, Walters and Atkins were sitting at a corner shop in their community when they were pounced upon by 2 armed men who opened gunfire at them. Bailey was arrested later that day in an operation and charged on Friday, April 17, 2020, after he was positively identified. Sutherland was arrested and charged yesterday. A businessman remains hospitalized after he was shot and injured by a gunman as he entered his home in Gale St. Mary on the weekend. The man, who is a licensed firearm holder, managed to shoot the gunman, resulting in the assailant's death at hospital. The identity of the deceased has not yet been ascertained. Reports are that sometime after 9 p.m. on Saturday, January 16, the businessman had arrived home and was in the process of closing his gate when he was pounced upon by the gunman. The hoodlum opened gunfire, hitting the businessman in the upper body. However, the wounded businessman took action and shot the gunman before the latter fled the scene. The police were alerted and the wounded businessman was taken to the hospital. During a search of the community, the gunman was found suffering from a gunshot wound. He too was assisted to the hospital but was pronounced dead. Investigations into the incident. Yeah. I dry them out. Why him come out? Oh, try the other something. No, then they are from Mali. They are before. I don't know what's going on. The police and they are yesterday and yes. They know what time it is. I will get tapping on you and tapping. Oh, you bitch, are you? Boom, 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 boom.
Imagine how them feel if they're not catching me yesterday. Come back with a vengeance today.
I don't pass it
Nah,
today.
they're going to get it.
They don't pass it, they never come yesterday. State of identification represent where you come from and just kick back and listen to the news. How me say that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty. Give thanks to life and the gathering. Big up everybody we're over here. Yeah, everybody. This is ground news.